There. There we go. Three, two, and one. Well, Mayor Mike, here we are. We
We
have made
are.
it. We have made it to the end of the line.
Well,
This is
let's
it.
not say the end of the line. Let's say the end of this line.
This line. Okay, yeah,
We'll
this
get
line.
into another line later.
Yes, we will. Just not that line. No,
It's like the
Charlie Sheen, you're
Mayan,
not
yeah,
you're not invited, Charlie.
it's
No,
like
not
the
that line.
Mayan calendar ending.
Yeah.
What was that, 2012? Oh my God, the calendar ends. Well, our calendar
2012.
ends
Oh,
every
okay.
year,
So
and we
many
get a new
jokes about
calendar.
2012 as well. Yes, right around the time that Charlie Sheen was going crazy. But
Was that
there we go.
Tiger
How
Blood?
man? There we go. Okay, 45 seconds. Whoever had 45 seconds before this goes off the rails, go to the cashier. Your ticket's the winner.
Yeah,
But
there were
yes,
good
again,
odds on that too.
somebody would put odds on that as well. Is right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mayor Mike, here we go. The end of 2024 in Stevens Point. First off, give me the elevator pitch. Why was this the best year ever in Stevens Point?
We don't know what 2025 has in store for us. I'm optimistic, but it could go either way, right? So this is the best year ever.
Mm-hmm.
We did a lot of stuff. I wasn't thinking about a recap here, but we have we've worked out some deals for affordable housing. We've got some senior housing projects that we got completed. Um, they were earlier in 24, but they came into 24 with some market rate apartments, really doing some pretty decent progress on addressing housing in general. Housing insecurity was probably the biggest catchphrase for 2024. And of course, we had Monroe House that is set to open. That is going to be for emergency shelter and transitional housing, along with, most importantly, programming, some structure that they're going to have. They're kind of modeling it after Mary's Place, my words, not theirs. But all of those things are kind of coming to fruition. And honestly, I think 2024 was a pretty good year for addressing housing. We're still working on a few things as far as employers and relocating or moving some decent employers, but all in all, it was a pretty decent year for the city of Stevens Point.
Yeah, indeed. And you mentioned the new housing startups that you had there, the Monroe House specifically. I did not have a chance to go down there for the ribbon cutting for
Okay.
that. But I mean, give us an idea why this is. I mean, the press release said you said it right there. This is going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Tell us why you're so proud about this project.
Well, so a lot of people have put some serious work into it, and I think this makes it different. Everybody wants to do something to address homeless, right? I think, generally speaking, most people want to help. But what happens is we tend to address the symptoms rather than the cause of the problem, right? So I'm homeless. Here's a place to stay for tonight. That's great, right? It keeps them out of the weather, but it doesn't do as much as it could to help people get back on their feet, reintegrate into society. And that's what's unique about Monroe House is not only are they going to provide emergency shelter, but they will provide transitional housing and the support, whatever it is, whatever you happen to need. Maybe you just need some job retraining, or maybe you need help filling out a resume or finding a job, or maybe you have some mental health issues or chemical dependency or whatever it happens to be. They're going to provide help to treat those other components that are generally associated with the cause of housing insecurity and or homelessness, right? Finding a job, stable fundamental society things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Case
that's going to be the biggest
management, I
piece.
believe they call that.
What's that?
Case management, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's
Yeah.
one way of putting it,
Yeah.
right? But each person may have different needs, um, and their goal is to try and address all of those. Now, is it going to solve it? No, nothing's going to solve it. We've had homelessness since the dawn of time, and we'll continue to have that because some people choose that lifestyle. But there are a lot of us who are at risk, and one or two paychecks away from being in a situation we don't want to be in. This helps. giving someone a place. What's the old saying? You teach a man to fish and he eats for a day, or
Absolutely.
buy a man a fish, give a man a fish, something like that. You teach him to fish, he's good for the lifetime. That's what this is. Rather than just here's a roof over your head for tonight, good luck tomorrow. This provides some stability. You have a home to go to, and that gives you time to focus on the other things, right? If you're sitting out on the street, wondering how you're going to stay warm and dry, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have time to think about, well, how am I going to pay for my food next week? You're
Even
worried about today.
even just the basics of having a home address to put
Yeah,
on a job application is something that can be huge for somebody. I'm guessing that's kind of what this provides here. Is that
it's
correct?
part of it. Yeah, yeah, and it's a small piece. I think their max is going to be about 22 to 24 individuals that they can help at one time, but it helps. Everything helps.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. I did not get the chance to make it to the ribbon cutting for that. So I'm glad we
Yeah.
were able to chat about that here in this format
Yeah,
because
and just a quick plug too, Michael. If anybody is interested in helping out,
sure.
they're always looking for donations of things and money. I think it's monroehouse.org.
Okay. Yeah, don't yeah, absolutely. Those are always appreciated. We've got a couple of those up here as well. And again, great to see that something meaningful is getting done about this because it's such a topic. It's an ongoing issue topic, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
everywhere in central
It,
Wisconsin right
it
now.
is. And it's not even just central Wisconsin. It's literally everywhere on the planet.
Mm.
Everybody has the same issues. There may be subtle differences here and there, but homelessness here in central Wisconsin is pretty much the same as homelessness in Little Rock, Arkansas, or Montreal. It happens, and it's unfortunate. Speaking of rehoming or moving homes,
Mm-hmm.
there is a nice big pine tree that is
Ooh.
being relocated right now from Plover to
Okay.
the city of Stevens Point, right downtown on the public square. We're putting up our holiday tree. That's getting done today. So it'll be up just in time for the parade, which is Friday, December 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So December 6th, we'll have the holiday parade downtown. I fired up my magic wand to light the tree and all the pretty lights downtown. Um, you should come down, actually, Michael. You can help me light the tree.
Well, I'll think about it. Think about it. I'm not big on doing something that could end in me being electrocuted.
No, no, no. This is fire. You
Hey,
might get burned. You won't get
okay.
electrocuted.
Okay. That I'm okay with. That I'm okay with. I will not be Clark Griswold though. So,
Right.
but yeah,
We got
yeah,
people for
the
that.
yeah, I believe we are going to be a part of the Stevens Point parade as well. The WSAU Jeep may be making an appearance
Great.
at that particular event. And I understand you also the way the kids do things these days, they do it for the Instagram posts, they do it for the posts, they do it for the likes. You want people to get likes and posts out of your tree this year. Is that correct?
Yeah. So we're doing something a little different. I suppose we can let the cat out of the bag because, by tonight they're going to be up there. So
Mm-hmm.
as you look down Main Street from the east, looking west, you see a beautiful Norman Rockwell-esque kind of "It's a Wonderful Life" scene with the lights in the trees, and then the gorgeous Christmas tree downtown. Right up in front of that is the public skating rink, or will be
Mm-hmm.
as soon as weather permits. But we're doing something a little different this time. If you go on the west side of the tree and you look backwards facing east, we've kind of personified it. Mackenzie Beatish, who's an art senior at UWSP art major,
Mm-hmm.
she made me some giant eyeballs that we're going to put on the tree. So it'll be a great photo op. You can have the pretty Christmas tree in the background. It'll be really nice with the lights and the snow falling. But then if you want something a little bit goofy, you just go around to the other side of the tree and maybe we'll have a naming contest. Since
Mm-hmm.
it's got a face, it
Mm-hmm.
should have a name. Michael, I'm going to credit you with that idea because you
Okay.
inspired it.
All right.
So I'm going to accept beginning right now. You can message me through email
Mm-hmm.
or social media, and I want you to help me name the tree. We're going to have a name for it by Friday, and
Ember.
and then you can take your picture in front of whatever the tree's name is.
Ember. Let's go with it.
Ember?
Ember.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a good burn.
Yeah. Very good burn.
Smoking
There's
idea.
there it is. There's my submission. We're not saying that my submission will win or that I am eligible. We want other ideas in
Yeah.
there as
Well,
well.
and there's a lot of things that tie into that too, right? Because it comes to a point,
Yep.
right? The tree comes to a point, and it kind of resembles the guy from the Point Brewery.
Hmm.
Stevens Point has been known as the gateway to the pineries.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's lots of ideas. I want to see what your listeners put out there.
We will do that. We will do that. We are glad to help out like this because again, you mentioned it. The skating rink is going to be right there. So is that then that whole Norman Rockwell scene
Uh-huh.
is what you're going for? But of course, last year you didn't get a whole lot of skating out of the
No,
season.
no.
But this year we're hoping to make up for that, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, Mother Nature. Um, I don't know if we're going to have freezing weather. It's been cold enough, but it's got to be consistently cold to keep that
Hmm.
ice. I know lots of people love the snow, and that's a big industry that got a big hit last year to the
Hmm.
point where I think the governor even declared a state of emergency
Sure
for
did.
the
Yep.
lack of snow. So that should tell you something.
Hmm.
But we'll save that debate for a different day.
Absolutely.
You
Last
know,
thing.
the parade is usually the culmination too. So starting this past weekend, November 30th, we have Shop Small Week. It's a
Hmm.
national campaign to try and get people to check out their local businesses, spend their holiday dollars if you're gift buying or whatever, buying things local, trying to keep more of that money in the community. And the Downtown Business Association, the Stevens Point Alliance, has been focusing on that for quite a while. Tara at Bria Bella puts together the Shop Small kind of event. And you can pick up a passport. You can still do it, but it started Saturday. You can pick up a passport and go to the participating businesses, get a stamp, check out the stores, maybe buy some of your Christmas gifts, and then at the end, turn those passports in, and you can win prizes. So you can keep them for yourself, you could give them away as Christmas gifts and not tell anybody you won it.
Right.
There's all sorts of things. But that goes through December 7th.
Hmm.
So Saturday. And yeah, if you get a chance, swing by. There's also some videos if you go on social media. We have done a few videos with some of the stores, kind of giving you an idea of what is inside those stores. A lot of times you'll drive by and you'll wonder, oh, what is process? What is bound to happen? So
Hmm.
we do some videos to show you a little glimpse of what's inside the stores. Maybe something will pique your interest and you go pay them a visit.
Hmm. And I know you're also uh, looking for, or excuse me, I know you also have waived fees on the city buses for all rides on Friday
That's
to get
yep, that's
people into
absolutely true.
downtown.
Every Friday between now and the holidays, Christmas in particular, we will have free bus rides on city buses on Fridays to better help people get out there and do their holiday shopping or whatever it happens to be. Every Friday between now and Christmas.
Or even just head into downtown, grab yourself a coffee, and then head back, whatever it may be.
Right. Yeah, it's free. We're not going to ask questions. We
Hmm.
don't judge.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you really want that coffee, yeah, there you
Or
go.
if you're down there to buy, Michael and Mike a holiday gift,
Hmm.
uh, we wouldn't turn that down.
More the what most acceptable would probably be something from the comic book store.
Actually, I'm in. You and me. Yep.
Yeah. Again, if you're looking for
Galaxy
something for
Hobby.
both of us, yeah, you're looking for something for both of us. Uh, Mayor Mike is not going to do sports. I do.
Right.
There's other things. Classic video games may also be acceptable. So
Classic video games, right?
generations. Yeah.
Cult classic movies
Hmm.
would be okay.
Indeed. Indeed. Again, this is the season finale. That means we have to end on a cliffhanger.
Oh, we do.
What's your cliffhanger for going into 2025?
Wow, you're really putting me on the spot here. Uh, I, so I'm going to give you a bit of a cliffhanger,
Okay.
right? I like waffles.
Hmm.
I like beer,
Hmm.
and I like fries.
Hmm.
If we could bring some of those European things to central Wisconsin,
Hmm.
I think that would be a pretty big benefit to us. So look forward to hearing some big news in 2025. Everybody out there, cross your fingers. break
Hmm.
out your crystals, burn your sage, do whatever. We need all of the luck. We need all the positive thoughts. And we may have a big announcement in early 2025.
Good. Hang on. Unknown number from Belgium.
Really?
It's weird.
Interesting.
I'm gonna decline the call though, because I really don't feel like getting scammed today. So
Right, right.
okay. Yeah.
And not
There we
everything
go.
is a scam. I got
Hmm.
a deal working out with this prince from somewhere over in Europe.
Okay.
All they need to do is send. I have to send them a few bucks, and they got like $50 million that they're going to be sending me. I
No
figured that'd
way.
be
You
great.
too?
Yeah, to the taxpayers, right? We can.
The guy I'm dealing with is from Azerbaijan. I don't know what you're
Okay.
dealing with.
That might have been it. It
Oh,
was yeah, somewhere out
eh,
in the Middle East area. But he was a prince, and I mean, who would make that stuff up, right? I mean, it was a legitimate email. It said Prince Rabibi or whatever it
yeah.
happened to be, and it
Exactly.
said Prince. I mean, you can't just put that in an email.
Yeah. You can't just put that. Yeah. Somebody's got to check that. They don't
Yeah,
send that out
so
unless it's legit.
sounds super easy, and all I got to do is send them like $10,000
Yeah.
in Amazon gift cards. They want Amazon gift cards. Apparently,
Weird.
they can't get them there.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So we're just gonna. I took some of the city budget, and we're gonna buy them a gift card, and then we'll be part of this $50 million.
Yeah. Exactly. Seems like a great investment to me. Oh, Mayor Mike, appreciate the time. Merriest of Christmas and happy holidays to you and yours. We'll look forward to chatting again in 2025.
Wonderfully said, Michael. Happy holidays to you too.